Morning, Chris.
How you holding up, Dave? Day two?
Just getting up, trying to get my day started.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of in and out of sleep last night and through the day.
Mm-hmm.
My phone was blowing up. Everyone's trying to text, call, and check on everyone here.
Yeah. So
But
so
other than
what?
that, I'm doing good.
So what's it
Not much
been
to
like
Um,
since we last
well,
talked? You got your breakfast.
yeah, we had some temperature readings last night. They were calling people up and having them come down to the lobby to do their temperature check.
Mm-hmm.
They called me up. I went down, but there was a line of people, so I asked them if they could please call me when no one was there. I don't want to be around anyone if possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's better, proper protocol.
Did you ever
There
get those
wasn't.
rules and
Sorry.
regs?
No, I haven't. Um, Public health showed up here. Last time I checked was about 3:30. I heard a knock at the door. I kind of fell asleep, and when I opened, I noticed them downstairs. It was probably after 6 at that time. Um, there was an incident maybe a couple hours after that. I heard commotion outside, so I went outside, and there's actually a retired fire captain, federal fire captain, retired, who's trained in hazmat procedures, and he had made a request um, for, I guess, some cleaning supplies for his bathroom.
So he's this gentleman is in quarantine with you, Dave?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's across the hall.
Okay.
So he was talking to the staff downstairs because I guess he wanted some cleaning supplies, and they had pointed out that they would have to clear it with public health for them to bring up the supplies. And he was grilling them, saying, "Wait, these people, you allowed them to bring us our breakfast and our lunch and water, and now you have a problem with them bringing up cleaning supplies." And I was telling them that their level of protection is not adequate for being in this situation. They should be having more proper gear that they should be wearing aside from a mask. And the way this whole thing was handled from the get-go, if our plane and the passengers were deemed an essential threat to the island for anything that they suspected, then the handling of everything from the get-go was wrong. All that baggage that came off the plane shouldn't have gone onto the conveyor belt, because now if anything was contaminated, you contaminate that conveyor belt. And every other bag that came off after that flight, because not every flight is being contained. So remember, there's other passengers that will go through the regular baggage inspection, get their baggage, go out into the public. So if any of our bags or any other flight after us that is going to be quarantined has any virus on it, it's going to get onto those bags after going on that conveyor belt.
Right.
You just let it out into the public. The thing was, those bags should have been put on the tarmac and been decontaminated.
And just real.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
And there should be already a tent outside. I mean, if the situation is that serious, there's no hazmat tent there. Even when they deliver the bags, the people handling the bags, all these people are being put at risk. And throughout the day, I keep trying to tell the hotel staff to please be careful. Don't handle anything from the guests. I mean, I recall going to get batteries early in the day for my aircon remote, and twice it went dead. So the second time I went down, Donnie, I believe is his name, really great guy helping us out. He gave me batteries, and I recall that the first time I went to request batteries, the guy took the remote from me, put the batteries, and gave it back. I said, "Thank you for giving me the batteries." I said, because the other guy, he took this from me, and if I was contaminated, he just took it. He could also have been possibly contaminated himself.
So, Dave, let me ask you, after that retired firefighter chewed out the staff for not having the proper gear, and waking up this morning, seeing them, are they now wearing the proper gear?
I haven't been downstairs.
Okay.
I just got my breakfast, and they're just wearing face masks and gloves. So I don't
Did-
know what is proper gear, but he said they weren't adequate enough.
So they deliver your meals to your room. You don't go downstairs and okay.
No. If you don't answer the door, they'll put it outside.
What was for breakfast, Dave?
I had mixed greens. I had some asparagus, boiled egg, a couple strawberries, a slice of orange.
Are you on a special diet, Dave?
I actually requested for that. I mean, I didn't request for this breakfast, but I requested to, not just for myself, but I point out there's other people in the building that may have special needs. They're great and accommodating dinner last night. They brought fried chicken and mashed potatoes. I want to thank my cousin Joey Atalik and the food truck because they're doing a great job of trying to keep us nourished here. He called me last night to see if everything was okay. Just and then they called me this morning prior to me getting my breakfast and told me what the lunch menu would be and the dinner menu. So it sounds like it'll be okay. I mean, I think it's pasta primavera for lunch and marlin for dinner. So they're taking care of us in that regards. I mean, as far as my needs, I'm not sure about the other people if they have addressed any of their needs diet-wise. What was I going to say? And the concern the fire chief or fire captain retired had also was the handling of, because he wanted to clean his bathroom, but because at some point they're going to have to collect the laundry, the used towels and stuff.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
that is supposed to be treated as hazardous material.
Mm-hmm.
Because people used it. People that are potentially virus carriers have used these things. So now those bacteria might have been transferred to that. So who's going to collect that? How are they collected? Are they going to be properly trained to collect it? Because if not, then you're not. If not, and they were to contract something, then you're just spreading it out into the community when they go home. That's his big concern. Is these people that checked us in yesterday at the front desk was hotel staff. These people aren't properly trained. They shouldn't even be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be like public health people, I feel like,
this is
right?
a government function. This building was seized for a government quarantine zone. There should be government personnel that is handling this. So throughout the day, last I saw about 3:30, right before then, there's still no public health. I inquired again about them so I can lay my concerns. They said, they left. They would take care of business, whatever, they'll be back. But they were supposed to be back at 12 according to them, and they were supposed to be relieved. And then they said they were told that at 5 p.m. they'll be back. So after 6:30 when I got up and looked outside, they were there. I don't know if the hotel staff was still around, but they said they might still have to be around to show them how to run the front desk operations.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I haven't seen since.
Dave, where are you, your state of mind, man? As a rough first day, to say that's kind of putting it mildly. But waking up today knowing that you have, 13 more days to go in this situation.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, I'm just really concerned with the people that have already had contact with us and whether they were possibly infected and if they went home and took it home, because that's what one of the front desk staff is telling me, that he's going to go home. And the fire chief, like I said, these people, when they process us in, we have to provide a paperwork that we got at the airport. Now that paperwork is potentially contaminated material, which all of these things, as he's trained hazmat in hazmat operations. These are things that I just saw throughout my day and coming here and seeing how things was handled that I had issues with myself, not issues, but concerns, because this is a quarantine zone and they're trying to contain anything that's here and keep it here. Now, if people are already breaking protocol, then you're not doing it right, and you're probably being, making it more of a potential hazard by bringing it back into the community by having people who aren't properly trained. I thought that when I got here, I should have some sort of sanitizing kit, and that's what he also pointed out, that when we got here, I mean, there should be some alcohol, some wipes, some Clorox wipes, some rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizers or anything because that's what I wanted to do. Anything they give to me, I sanitize. I'm running out of my alcohol spray. I didn't bring a lot because I
Right.
think I'm going to get quarantined.
Yeah.
So those are things that we need, that at least I need to feel safe, because I go down there and I in an area where someone previously was before me to get tested, and this is real. This really hits home. This is happening on our island. And I've seen it blow up in the States. Last night, New York just jumped up like 1,000 people.
Yeah, I think nationally there was a 40% increase in the number of confirmed cases. So.
Yeah, and thank God that the president just signed a national. What was it?
It's handing the government over to FEMA. Yeah, as an emergency. I think it was like a further declaration.
Yeah, the Defense Production Act, where you can force businesses to to speed up production on the gear that
Right.
our frontliners need.
Yeah, and I mean, there's
There's a
a
huge shortage.
shortage everywhere, not just
I
here.
heard you talking about them coming up with ways to make masks with surgical gowns. I saw that last night.
Yeah.
That's how dire it is. That
Yeah.
these people are saying, please, please. I don't know what it was waiting for. I mean, it's not like a lot of these things you can just produce every night. I mean, respirators, ventilators are things that they are sorely needed for the elderly, and they're in short supply. It's a scary thing that Italy is at the point where they're choosing who gets to live and who gets to die. I don't want to see that come to our country.
Yes.
We're the United States. We're
Yeah.
part of the United States, the greatest country in the world, and we can't even do that for our people.
Dave, thank you again for your time, and you keep us posted, all right? And God bless you.
Thank you. You guys have a good day. Great day. Be safe.
Take care.
Our quarantine correspondent, Dave Sablan. He is currently sitting in quarantine. He had some